I crossed the line and did something regrettable, because I felt a strong emotion towards my friend's mother. It seems like it will be a long story. I was born and raised in the countryside. Since middle school, I lived in the city and studied. In my third year of high school, I ended up staying at my friend's house for a while. My friend lived about a 10-minute walk from school, and he suggested that it would be better for me to study at his house, focusing instead of staying at the boarding house. With my parents' difficult permission, I cleaned up the boarding house and went to Daniel's house. Daniel's house had a well-maintained lawn in the yard and had a beautiful landscape. My father was a farmer in the countryside, so our yard was filled with various farming tools, firewood, and a traditional-style bathroom. My friend took my hand and led me into the living room to introduce me to his mother. "Jason, welcome. I've been waiting for you." "Mom, this is the Jason I told you about." My friend's mother smiled and greeted me warmly. "Nice to meet you. I'll prepare the meal. Please wait a moment." When I sat at the kitchen table and saw the prepared dishes, I was truly amazed. It was completely different from the meals I had at that time. Nowadays, most people have a meal consisting of white rice, protein, and vegetables, but I had never received such a meal at home before. Daniel's mother prepared steak, salad, and mac and cheese. Maybe because it was a meal at someone else's house, it tasted even better. I quickly finished my steak, and Daniel's mother smiled and served me another steak. I felt a little embarrassed at that moment, but couldn't put down the spoon. Daniel's mother brought sliced apples and pears for me to eat. It was the first time in my life that I ate fruits after a meal. "Your name is Jason, right? Feel free to make yourself at home in our house. By the way, you're doing well in your studies, right?" My Daniel said he would appreciate it if you could help him a bit. She said it so beautifully, with elegance and grace flowing from her entire body. Daniel said, "Mom, Jason has never missed being the top student in our class." "Wow, that's really impressive. I wish our Daniel resembled only half of Jason from our class. If we just put an extra set of utensils when we have a meal, it won't be a burden, so feel free to think of it as your own home and make yourself comfortable," she said with a smile. I put down my empty bowl on the sink, saying that I ate well. Daniel's mother said, "You're not only good at studying, but also growing up with such good manners. Your parents must be really wonderful." In fact, when Daniel mentioned your story, he said that it would be better for you to study quietly at our house, rather than staying at the boarding house, so I allowed you to stay, she said. Daniel took my hand and led me to his room. In the spacious room, there were 2 desks side by side. He said that he bought another desk when he decided to come with me. I couldn't help but be surprised. Daniel's mother said she was going out now and introduced me to Daniel's younger brother. He had round eyes and looked very cute. He greeted me with a smile, saying, "Hello, brother. I heard about you. Welcome to our house." Daniel's family is very cheerful and stable. Our house has a quiet father, a silent stepmother, and a cold older brother. I've never had a chance to open up and talk about various things at home, and even though we're a family, I've never felt warmth. But Daniel's family atmosphere was very different. Their house was not only affluent, but also filled with love. When I asked permission to stay at Daniel's house, my father opposed, saying he didn't want to cause trouble at someone else's house. But for the first time in a long time, my older brother spoke up and said, "It would be nice to create an environment where you can study well." My father, a farmer, said he would send me the rice I ate, saying he couldn't afford it. I unpacked and organized my clothes. Daniel opened the closet door and said, "Hang your clothes here." But to be honest, I didn't have many clothes worth hanging. Daniel's closet was filled with stylish and high-end clothes. Living at Daniel's house, I was able to attend school comfortably. However, I couldn't see Daniel's father anywhere, so I asked where he was. Daniel said he was a captain of a foreign ship. He said it had been so long since he had seen his father that he couldn't even remember. At that moment, Daniel's mother didn't have a bright expression either. Despite being financially affluent, it seemed difficult for her to raise two sons without a husband. Daniel didn't have any hobbies when it came to studying, but he decided to study with me and started studying diligently. His grades improved, and when Daniel's mother saw his report card, she prepared a big meal with joy. She said she had never seen such a good report card before and gave me a gift. When I opened the package, it was a pair of trendy jeans that were popular at the time. It was the kind of clothes that I couldn't even dream of considering our family's financial situation, but somehow she knew what I wanted. But I couldn't accept it because it would be a burden, but she insisted that it was prepared with her heart. So I accepted it. I was so happy and at ease while living at Daniel's house. I didn't have to listen to the cold voice of my stepmother, and the meals were qualitatively different. After a month of living at Daniel's house, his mother came to visit on a Sunday. She brought some snacks and sticky rice, and after talking with Daniel's mother for a while, she gave me an allowance, saying that I've been working hard. My father remarried a year after he divorced my mother when I was young. My older brother and I didn't show affection to our stepmother, and she also had a distant relationship with us. But when she came to me and asked, "How is your relationship with your mother?" I said it was average and explained, "My parents divorced when I was young, and my stepmother is busy with farming and doesn't have time to relax. Our family atmosphere is a bit dry." She responded, "Ah, I see. Maybe it's not like a real mother to you. I'm sorry for making you say difficult things." She gently wiped away my tears and embraced me. I felt a sense of sadness for some reason, and tears welled up in my eyes. I lowered my head and hoped the tears wouldn't flow anymore, and I stopped crying. Growing up without knowing the affection of my biological mother, I felt that it was a luxury to spend time with someone as warm as Daniel's mother. Since then, I studied hard and got accepted into a prestigious university in New York. Daniel got accepted into a local state university. New Year, Daniel's mother invited me over and prepared a lavish feast. There was fried chicken and pastries that I rarely had. She told me to enjoy myself, drink and have fun as an adult. That day, I was captivated by the taste of beer, which I had never tried before, and Daniel quickly drank his share and went to his room, complaining of a headache. I stayed with Daniel's mother and finished the remaining drinks. I thanked her for taking care of me all this time, and Daniel's mother said, "It was thanks to well-behaved students like you, Jason, that Daniel was able to get into college. I'm so grateful." Daniel's mother asked if it would be okay for her to visit New York occasionally, and I naturally welcomed that. She sighed with a somewhat disappointed expression and said, "Daniel's father doesn't even remember my face. He said he feels so lonely at night and doesn't know how long he has to continue this life. In my opinion, it's only natural for a beautiful and young wife like Daniel's mother to take care of her 2 sons. But she showed incredible determination. With her beauty and wealth, I couldn't help but wonder if she ever thought of another man. I told her that I was able to study stably thanks to her affection, and that I would never forget her kindness. Daniel's mother had one request for me. She asked if I could stay with her tonight. I felt a sense of excitement as something I had only imagined became a reality. So I confidently said, yes. We held hands and went into the bedroom, feeling shy, but she patiently guided me. Daniel's mother said it was her first time since she had a relationship with Daniel's father a year ago, and she said she would never forget this feeling until she died. That's how our secret relationship began, and I started my life in New York. Campus life was so romantic in my early 20s. Daniel's mother occasionally came to New York. She used the excuse of visiting her hometown to go out on dates with me and share unfinished stories in my studio apartment. Our love continued until my wedding day. I dressed up nicely and held hands with Daniel's mother, exchanging a secret glance with her. Time flies, and I am now in my 60s. I recently watched a good video on YouTube that mentioned 3 characteristics of women that men never forget. First, a woman who understands and empathizes. Second, a woman who compliments. And third, a woman who radiates positivity and brightness. As the snow falls from the sky, my heart becomes warm. Now I think of Daniel's mother, who has become a star in the sky. They say a man never forgets his first love, so tonight, although I feel sorry for my wife, I will spend some time thinking about the bright and warm Daniel's mother